Hello and welcome to another episode of this FIFA 16 career mode with Manchester United. As this is part of the first double Sunday that I'm going to be doing, is 2 episodes in one day today, therefore I won't be asking a question in this episode, so the question from the previous episode still remains. If you still want to get your answers down for that, then leave them in the comment section and I will give your name a mention in the episode I bring out tomorrow. Just looking through some of the players that I've got on my shortlist here. There's probably a few too many for a shortlist because it is actually supposed to be a shortlist after all, not a long list. There's a few good, interesting players on here. I could probably add Ross Barkley and players like that to it, but I'm looking to replace players like Chris Smalling. And I need a left-footed centre-back or a left-footed left midfielder, to be honest. So I'm looking at Strootman because he's high attacking work rate. Strootman, high attacking work rate, high defensive work rate. He's left-footed. He's 25, and I think we could get him pretty cheap. So he'd be a good addition, I think. Play in front of Blind. Sigurdsson, he might be a good addition, get him pretty cheap, he's proven in the Premier League. Johan Gorkroof, I know he's over 28, but his contract's up in a year, so we could probably get him for free, maybe, if that's an option. Javi Hernandez, I might take a few of these off, to be honest, the ones that are older. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, his contract's up as well soon, that's why he's on there. I did get him for free in my last manager mode and he did play for like 2 seasons for me. Didn't do particularly well, but it's Zlatan Ibrahimovic for free, so I couldn't not do it. And I'm going to have a look at now the players that I've got, a bit more in depth. So David De Gea, we all know about him. He's not going anywhere anytime soon. Don't need to replace him, he's 24. Very good overall, very good goalkeeper. Matteo Darmian is a bit older. Chris Smalling, he's getting on a bit. Daley Blind, they're all about 25. Bastian Schweinsteiger, I'll probably end up getting rid of him next season, to be honest. Ashley Young, same. Memphis Depay, I want him to be my main right midfielder, my main right winger. So he's of a good age. I want him to be around 20, 21, 22. I want a team of that sort of age, average. Bastian Schweinsteiger, he's got good work rate. I like high work rate. So is Matteo Darmian. So it's a shame that they're getting on. Matteo Darmian will need replacing as well, I think. We've got Varela in the team already, in the squad already. And I think Bothwick Jackson can play there as well. Or even Paddy McNair. Van Mata's 27, he'll need replacing. Wayne Rooney will obviously need replacing, but he can stay till whenever he finishes his career. Martial is my main forward at the moment, my main striker, despite him only being 19. Marcus Rojo, I'll probably be looking to sell him, to be honest. He hasn't impressed me other than the goal against Villa, but anyone can score goals, really, if you think about it. Ander Herrera, I do like him, he's a bit old though. Schneiderlin, another one that hasn't impressed me. Phil Jones, I do like Phil Jones, but he's not been used much this season. Sergio Romero, I'll probably get rid of him. Michael Carrick, he retires pretty soon. So I'm not going to get rid of him, he can stay until he retires. So probably won't get much for him anyway. If anybody does actually come in for him, they never normally do. And all these are the younger players, so I'll be looking to implement these in the next game, to be honest, because it's the Capital One Cup in the next fixture against MK Dons, so I'm going to be changing it up and putting in my younger players, my reserves, and some of the players that I haven't actually used yet. So some of the players that I haven't used will be used in this match. Varela, it's not a bad OVR, it's not a bad age, it's pretty average, to be honest, standard straight down the middle. Medium work rate, high attacking work rate, 3-star, 2-star, 3-star, 2-star. Sean Goss, nothing really special about these two either, to be honest. They're at a decent age and a decent OVR for their age. Pereira, he's a good player, I do like him. He's asked to play as well, to be honest. He has to has to be involved in this game. Adnan Januzaj, I'm not too sure about what I think about him, to be honest. He can play in good positions, he's left-footed. I do want to keep him, I will be using him. He has done okay when I've used him. Jesse Lingard, he does okay when I use him, he's pretty straight down the middle as well. Medium high, 3-star, 3-star. Sam Johnston, I have used him a few times before and I do like him. Despite his OVR, he's actually quite a decent keeper, 6'4", which is a good height as well. Will Keane, I've been very impressed with him. I do like playing with Will Keane. Marouane Fellaini, we haven't got many of that mould in the team. His sort of mould where he can hold the ball up and bring other players in and an aerial threat. We haven't got many players in the squad. We've got quite a small squad, but I think we'll have to replace Marouane Fellaini as well, even though we haven't got much of that type of player. Victor Valdez is on loan, probably get rid of him, he's old, and well, we haven't really used him in real life either, and I don't like what he was saying at the beginning of the season, that he wouldn't play in the reserves. Some more loan deals. Tyler Blackett, I have enjoyed playing with him, but Fonzu Mensah's pretty much the same, and I really like Fonzu Mensah at the moment. James Wilson, I've played with him a few times, he's pretty good. I don't actually know this guy, he's new to me. And also Antonio Valencia, obviously everyone looks to replace Antonio Valencia, I haven't used him yet. I do like him as a player and as a person, but he's getting on a bit and we've got better options in Memphis and Jesse Lingard now. I do play him at right back occasionally, Antonio Valencia, when Darmian needs a rest. And just having a look at these players again, compare Jack Butland to Sam Johnston. I think Jack Butland's a lot better. Jack Butland's a first team goalkeeper, he's a good quality goalkeeper, but he'd probably be on the bench. Well, he would be on the bench if we bought him, because we've got De Gea, but he's not a bad backup to have. It's better than Sergio Romero as a backup anyway. As we see there, we've got the free scouts as well. We've got some players in the youth squad now. Definitely looking to bring these guys up. Good start in OVR and very good potential OVR. Hopefully they can reach 94 and become the next Beckham, Giggs and Neville's and Butt. Robbie Savage. Not Robbie Savage. George Spur, yeah, we'll take Spur. Mark Needle, no, we'll keep them on the back burner. And we're going to start the match. MK Dons Capital One Cup, first game in the Capital One Cup. Away in Milton Keynes, Malton Road. Actually, I think they're playing Wimbledon. I'm not too sure, to be honest. Don't know if the ground's in Milton Keynes itself or in Wimbledon. There or thereabouts, anyway. Raining, nice floodlights. Malton Road. It's a good ground, to be honest. Pretty generic, but it's a good ground. Good starting ground on FIFA Ultimate Team, I think, if you want an English-based team. My FIFA Ultimate Team are based in the Netherlands, which is where I am. So I've based them. I've got them at German Stadium, to be honest. I think it's Hertha SBSC's ground at the Olympiastadion. It's a nice ground. And blue isn't my colour because I'm a United fan, but I've gone for blue because that's the colour the actual team wear. Anyway, less of the FIFA Ultimate Team stuff, and onto the game, concentrate on this game. I've started Marcus Rashford. He has played a few times for me, he hasn't scored yet, which is a shame because he's had such a good impact. Fosu Mensah, I have been very impressed with him. Bothwick Jackson, not really been impressed with him. I do normally like to pause it and see what these players look like in a United shirt, but I won't do that for the sake of recording. Marouane Fellaini, we know what he looks like. Adnan Januzaj, we know what he looks like. So we've got some senior players, some players with seniority. some players with experience in the team, but we have got quite a lot of young players playing their first match for me, with me as manager. So Sam Johnston is in goal. I think I've gone for a 4-2-2-2 formation. Jones is playing in central defensive midfield, and he's actually the captain for today. It's the first time he started, I think, for me. And this gives us a chance to rest our players as well, because they've played like 6 games in a row, including the pre-season tour games. My starting 11 have played every game. He doesn't want to be touched, does he, Fellaini? Get off me! Don't help me up. How dare you help me up? Get a free kick right on the edge of the D. Adnan Januzaj, left-footed. This looks pretty promising. I'm not the best free kick taker, but I can usually get it on target. Sometimes, not all the time. I beat the wall, but not enough power or not enough in the corner to beat the goalkeeper. This looks like a good position though, right on the edge of the D, as I've said, left-footed. Adnan Januzaj is a good free kick taker. Try. That's it. You get bugged, creeping forward. Just get behind the line. Get your yards. Get your yards. Oh, I thought that was in. I thought that was in for a minute there. Hit the outside of the post by the looks of it. That was very close. Unlucky Adnan Januzaj. Not a bad effort. I thought that was in. Thought we got off to a good start there. Bothwick Jackson. Will Keane. Fellaini, some good stuff around the edge of the box. It's all been United in their attacking third. Jones, Lingard. This team's actually keeping the ball more often. Oh, this looks good. Oh, that was nicely taken. Good finish, Keane. Superb goal. Will Keane does impress me. Definitely keeping him. Going to involve him in more games. Try and get him in the Premier League as well. Get him a game in the Premier League. Give him his debut. Actually, I think he has already played for the Premier League under Van Gaal. He probably has. We've played a lot of young players this season due to injuries more than anything, but it's good that they've got the chance early, because that's the United way, giving young players a chance, giving them the belief. Obviously I keep referring to the class of 92, and that's what that was all about. And the Busby Babes, they were a young team, young promising English team, so United have always had that as their foundation. Powell, that's not Nick Powell, is it? No. Nick Powell's at... Who's he on loan to now? I can't think of who he's on loan to. He's on loan to someone like Bolton or something. Someone that playing white. Will Keane again. Spence. I don't really know many of these players from the lower leagues. I don't really watch Championship or League One or whatever league these guys are in. They're doing okay now, they're coming into the game. 20 minutes gone, just over. That's a nice takedown, a nice touch. Brought it down nicely. Easily dealt with between Von Simmons and Bothwick Jackson. Now we're back on the attack. Bothwick Jackson's at the other end of the pitch. He's doing well, to be honest. Just can't find a spot to put the ball into. Gets past him and now puts it in. Oh, it's easily cleared in between two of my attackers, but the defender was there. Okay, Powell, Williams, Powell. I think this team's had more possession than my first team have. I never get more possession than the other team, but when I'm playing my reserves, they seem to be able to play the ball around a bit better for some weird reason. You'd expect your first team to play the ball better, but these young players have looked pretty good so far. So Milton Keynes get a chance. Looks like they could get another one here. Spence, Williams, McNair easily snuffed that out. Oh, they're in here. Oh, it's a great save, Sam Johnston. Doesn't look anything like Sam Johnston, but he looks like a good goalkeeper, a good solid goalkeeper. He impressed me in the tour in real life as well. He was used while the controversy was surrounding De Gea. He was starting games as well, and he looked really good. Oh no, unable to clear it again. Is that offside? Oh, it's offside. Oh, he's done well to spot that. I'm glad he has. Unfortunate. Oh yeah, it's like, oh, that's close. He's right under the crossbar. Linesman's done very well to spot that there. I'm grateful for that. Don't want to be conceding goals like that from corners. Don't want to be conceding goals at all, ideally. Especially sloppy ones. I hate conceding sloppy goals. Poor defensemanship. But these Fonsu Mensah and who else have I got in there? Paddy McNair. Fonsu Mensah and Paddy McNair in centre. Nice little flick from Januzaj then. Januzaj and Keane, I like their link-up play. They're playing well together, to be honest. Fellaini in that attacking midfield role, where he was actually good at Everton. He was really good playing in that role, attacking midfield. He's more dangerous in the opposition's box than he is in our own. I don't know why anyone thought he'd make a good central defensive midfielder. I mean, he can win headers, but I'd rather him be winning headers in their box than our own. So I'll play him where he was so good for Everton, which actually got him the move to Manchester United in the first place. See Phil Jones there, the captain for today. I wish you could designate vice captains and stuff on this game like you can Football Manager. Like set your captains, your first captain, your vice captains. That'd be good. Be good if EA could implement that. If you're listening in EA Sports, work that in if you can. It shouldn't be too difficult of a feature to add. Instead of it just randomly giving somebody else on the pitch the captain's armband, when you sub them off you'll give them to your vice captain. I don't know why that hasn't been in the game already, to be honest. Regan Paul, we've brought him on and he has impressed me as well, to be honest. He's very good on the ball. Very attacking mind centre back as well. I like having a ball winning centre back and a centre back that's good on the ball. So like Ferdinand and Vidic. I like having defenders like that if I can help it, if you can find those sort of players. Ferdinand and Vidic. Ferdinand would sweep it up and Vidic would win the ball and then Ferdinand would sweep it up or play it from the back. So it's a really good combination to have. And when the hell did they score? I haven't even noticed. Can't remember when they scored. Too busy talking, yakking on. Fonsu Mensah does really well there. Regan Paul, I've put him in the midfield because, oh yeah, that was it. Fonsu Mensah did that back pass and they scored from that, didn't they? Oh, that was close. Hit the post again. Unlucky Will Keane. It was a good strike, good effort. Fonsu Mensah played that back pass and they scored from there. So, because I've put him in midfield and I've put him back at centre back now. I definitely prefer him at centre back, and I've put Regan Paul into the midfield. Matthew Upson, didn't realise he was still playing. He's got to be pretty old now. I think this is his debut as well. It said in the news feed he could debut for Milton Keynes today. Matthew Upson. He's got to be about 34 now in the game. Well, we see Matthew Upson. Oh, that's a good ball through. In trouble here. In extra time. Well punched, Johnston. Get it clear. I need to get it clear. I'm always conceding goals because I can't get it away. Just boot it clear, and that's how we're going to the second half of extra time. And this episode's gone a bit longer than 25 minutes, and this is the reason why, because we are in extra time, so it has gone a bit longer than normal episodes, but that's understandable, and it's not by too much, so it's okay. And you guys get to see more action, so can't really call that a fault. It's only like a few, well, not even a minute longer than my normal episodes. When I say normal episodes, I mean the typical length, 20 to 25 minutes. It's just over, not by too much. Adnan Januzaj cut in, gotta be, shoot. No, it was a weak one across the floor again, easy for the goalkeeper to save. And that is the last action of in play football. It's going to go to penalties for the first time, and typically I am terrible at penalties, so I'm not expecting wonders here. I'm really bad at penalties. I missed one against Real Madrid, I think, in the pre-season tour. Wayne Rooney as well missed that. So I've got my young players. I don't know how good they are at penalties. It's pretty close. We had more possession, which is new to me, to be honest. I don't ever get possession usually, very occasionally, very rarely I should say, but they had more chances. It comes down to penalties. Try and put him off, Sammy Johnston. Oh, it's a good penalty. It's a good start. Jesse Lingard steps up first for us. What I like to do is I like to swap my first taker with my third taker. I'm not sure why. It's just a superstition, and it's something I do. We equal it at 1-1. Second penalty comes in, stuttered run up straight down the middle. Johnson saves it, sees it coming all the way, and that puts us in the lead. If we could score this, Will Keane just about. Very lucky there, not enough power on it over the goalkeeper. Good job he dived. And that one's gone wide. We're in a very good position now. We've scored all our penalties so far. Fonsu Mensah, no, Rashford, sorry. Thought that was Mensah stepping up then. Rashford makes it 3-1, and this could be the decisive penalty. They've got to score here to stay in the competition. Trying to put him off. Will it work? Is it the post? And Sam Johnston celebrates, and rightly so. Well, that was quite a dominant performance on the penalties. Saved one, and they missed two. And we scored all of ours, which is unusual, but we'll take it. Can't complain. United fans are happy. Through to the next round of the Carling Capital One Cup, I should say. Used to be Carling quite a few years ago now. So yeah, we get through our first game. The younger players have done really well there. Can be proud of themselves. Also, as well, I wish EA would implement, you know, the badges on the sleeves. We've got a Premier League badge, and you see there they've got a Football League badge. I wish they'd change it to Capital One or Champions League, Champions Cup badges. I think that'd be a really neat touch as well, a good extra feature. It wouldn't take much to do either, and they've done it in other games. In NHL 15, they've put Stanley Cup badges on the jerseys for the Stanley Cup, so I think they could do it with FIFA, put in a Capital One Cup and Champions Cup badges for the different competitions, and I think that would be a really, really good touch. I'm not sure why that hasn't been put in the games yet either. I think that would be really, really good. So if you're listening to EA Sports, take on my ideas. And if you guys agree with the ideas as well, let me know below. Or if you guys have got any more ideas that you want to see in FIFA 17, just leave it in the comment section below and I'll read that. But I do think they'd be a good addition to the games, and it wouldn't take that much. Also some more customisational options, that would be good. I'd like to see that. I'd like to have seen that for the past few years, to be honest. Many years I feel FIFA could have added to the game in certain areas. I mean, yeah, they added new features like training and the women's football, but just little stuff like that I'd like to see as well. Not big changes, just little changes. Yeah, they mess with the gameplay a little bit each season as well. And it looks really good. FIFA looks very good visually, but I think that'd make it look all the more better and more enjoyable as well. When you win the Premier League next season, you can change your kit and you can change your badges. That'd make my game amazing. That'd make it all the more enjoyable for me, at least. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like. Thank you for watching and take care.